Now look at this. We're going to show you a calendar, I think. 12 days, that's all we got between now and the end of September when the House and Senate are both in session. And they've got to deal with a budget and a debt ceiling in those 12 days. And then they can move on to tax cuts. Sandra Smith is with us. She was with us back in the earliest days of Varney and Company, and now she's a superstar.
I love being here.
Can I finish the intro, please? She is
I get treated here.
She's one of the hosts of the wildly rated and very well-rated Outnumbered on the Fox News channel.
Thank you. Your lovely producer's pointing out that we matched. We planned this turquoise ensemble this morning. It's good to see you, Stuart Varney.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Okay, look, 12 days, House and Senate together. They've got to do a budget, they've got to do a debt ceiling. And
but
then they can
I'm curious why you said that they have to do that before tax reform.
You can't do anything with tax reform until you've got a debt ceiling in place.
So there's an aggressive timeline in place for tax reform now, right? Mark Meadows, Freedom Caucus leader, is saying if they don't get it done by November, it's going to get difficult because doing something in an election year is going to be difficult. He's really concerned about the corporate tax rate and any negotiation there. He's saying that he would aim for a corporate tax rate that's lower than 20%. Okay. If we go into an election year, it's tough to do anything more bold than that.
Well, so talk to me about the timing. I mean, look, if you've got to do a budget and then a debt ceiling in a contentious Congress,
task.
You can't do tax cuts. You can't do that until you've got the budget and the debt ceiling in place.
But this president says that he's up for it. His administration says it's going to get done by the end of the year. And if you don't believe them, look at the markets. They certainly believe something's going to get done. I mean, you've been touting this Dow 22,000 all morning, Stuart Varney.
You know, I think, Sandra Smith, that you are putting me in my place, aren't you?
Is it going to close up on the day? Remember the good old days, Stuart Varney, where you would pin us down? We had to make a prediction. Will that Dow finish up or down on the day?
You asking me?
I am.
So the role has been completely reversed. It's my show. It's got my name on it, and I ask the questions, but not today. Oh, no.
See, that's a dodge. He's not answering.
The Dow will end higher than where it is now. It's at 22,030 now. I'd say it ends higher than that.
I will watch it. 4 p.m. Fox Business Network. All right.
Jeez. Okay.
Do you have any other questions for me?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. President Trump threatens to take away the Obamacare exemption from members of Congress if you don't get on it and get me Obamacare reform.
So what do you think about that?
No. Should he do that?
All right.
It's a threat.
So John Fund, a columnist for the National Review, had a piece published on FoxNews.com, really interesting piece, and he's saying there has to be a bold change here. There has to be a drastic change in tactics. What do? You hit them in their wallets, he suggests. He says, nothing would better focus Congress's attention on changing Obamacare than being trapped in it just like other Americans. Right? It's a good point, don't you think? But whether or not anything will happen, Mike Pence was asked about this by Tucker Carlson. He said it was pretty typical for there to be one set of rules for the American people and another for the political class here on our nation's capital, but still wouldn't say if they're willing to go forward with doing that.
You do realize that John Fund said that first on this program. It was then followed by an editorial in the Wall Street Journal keying off this program.
You know, I'm busy prepping for Outnumbered. Remember, Stuart Varney? So all I see is the lovely printed edition on FoxNews.com, John Fund.
On your show, you are a co-anchor. You've got 3 other anchors, and it's a 1-hour show. I've
got 2 other permanent co-anchors. Stuart Varney, do you ever watch out? You were invited on Outnumbered. Would you be our #OneLuckyGuy sometime?
Yes, if they'll let me.
Then you'd call it an ambush.
That means.
Yes, exactly. That show should not be called Outnumbered. That show is called Ambushed. And if I was ever the lucky guy in the middle of you lovely ladies, I would be ambushed.
You know, we have a first-timer today, actually, as our One Lucky Guy. A guy you know well, Steve Cortez.
Steve Cortez, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fun.
Well, if you rename Outnumbered to call it Ambush with Stuart Varney, I'd be delighted to appear.
Wow. I'll consider that a yes. We'll have you on.
I think we're done, aren't we?
Liz comes on with us all the time.
I love it. We have fun.
Are we done?
It's wonderful to see you.
Are we done?
And I mean that sincerely.
You too. Be good, Sandra Smith.
You too, sir.
See you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.